Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Welcome to another Thursday night matchup. Man, tonight was insane. If you're an old man and you're above the age of 65 and you're wearing diapers, you just might have changed your diaper. That's right, folks. We're going to take and get into my post-game reaction for the Chicago Bears, bringing it all the way down to the wire versus the Washington Commanders. Now, before tonight's game, I'm looking at this matchup like, wow, this is the scrub bowl. This is the bum bowl. May even call it the boring bowl. Let's call it the Netflix bowl because that's what a lot of y'all were probably doing other than watching Thursday night football on Amazon Prime. Well, folks, I stayed the whole match. We had Hurricane Ian, so out here in Florida, so I was out for a little bit. So I am back in full effect. So thank you to all my supporters of the show. I have good and bad things to say about both teams. Look, if you're a Commanders fan, I got some stuff to say about y'all. If you're a Bears fan, I got some stuff to say about y'all. But the future is looking potentially bright for both teams. So we're going to take and get into that today as well, too. Also, comment below. Let me know where you guys are from. And as always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That helps the channel to take and grow. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the Chicago Bears. There's one thing I could say about Justin Fields. He has heart. The young man has heart. What's up, Thaddeus? Thaddeus, man, what's good, man? How you doing, brother? I'm gonna comment on the Commanders here in just a second. But man, it was both quarterbacks are banged up. And by the fourth quarter, Carson Wentz smacked his hand. He done twist his ankle. And then Justin Fields, I felt like the dude was gonna die out there, man. He kept getting Jonathan Allen was on him like white on rice. He would not ease up at all whatsoever. Consistently hit him, threw him on the ground. And Justin Fields has heart. I just don't think he necessarily has the arm. But he did make the plays at the end when it counted, and his receivers ultimately let him down at the end. Let's do this breakdown. Now, talking about the Bears, many times tonight did I see the receivers look great in the first half. Mooney looked phenomenal for the Chicago Bears. But I before this game, I didn't know this. Mooney, the receiver for the Chicago Bears, only had 200 yards so far this season. And I'm seeing Justin Fields constantly. And though, yes, he lit it up in that final drive, Justin Fields put his team in the best position to win. Justin Fields is also the same reason that this team lost. Okay? It's twice that they were within the 5-yard line. And actually, 3 times. How do you get down 3 times? I mean, think that their team lost 7-12. So 2 of those being field goals, their team is winning, and the Commanders are walking losers, right? So what's up, Rod? Sweat was pushing the lineman back. Oh, yeah. Dude, Sweat was freaking on him, man. It's good to see Montez Sweat back. I'm a huge Montez Sweat fan. I mean, a healthy Commanders defense is legit. It's totally legit, especially that D-line there, man, when everybody's there. Chase Young, I like it a lot. I don't like that last drive for the Commanders, but we're going to get to that here momentarily. But it's just we saw where, even, Justin Fields, when someone was not in his face, he overthrew a wide open tight end, which was, I think, a 5 or 7 yard pass. Wasn't a long pass at all. I know a lot of Bears fans are very split on Justin Fields. I think tonight showed that he's probably not the guy for you. He's probably not the guy for you. He's not the guy who's going to take y'all to the promised land. Now, I'm done talking about him. We're going to get back to him more later. That Bears defense looked pretty dang good. Roquan Smith is out there busting heads. Joquan Brisker busting heads, getting through a pretty decent Commanders O-line. You got a guy like Leno on the left side of the O-line. He's the left tackle. Looks really, really great for the Commanders. And they were getting through, and they were finding ways to get into Carson Wentz's face. Look, if you like high offensive games, this isn't the game for you. But this was actually a pretty good defensive matchup. Yeah, both quarterbacks getting smacked around. Both quarterbacks showing heart. Both had pretty good running games, I think. I just felt like David Montgomery, he turned it up in the second half. He's pretty much non-existent in the first half. And then you had Herbert, the running back for the Chicago Bears. Man, he had that reverse around the field. Lord have mercy. I want to say that was like a 60 or 70-yard run. Looked phenomenal, mind you, right? But they look good. The Bears look promising. Here's the thing: if you're a Bears fan, here's a couple things I'm going to drop for you, and then we're going to take and talk about the Commanders here in just a moment. For the Bears, you have 15 rookies on your team. You also have a coach who's probably going to get fired at the end of the year. Your secondary looks pretty darn good. I mean, you held down Terry McLaurin for the most part, the best way that you could, right? Jahan Dotson and so forth. I don't think I saw Jahan Dotson out there. He might be injured. But, you have Terry. You held down Scary Terry. But also as well, their linebacker core looks pretty good. D-line looks pretty decent. It's my issues with the Bears is more so on offense. When a new coach, because this coach is going to get fired after this year, I can almost guarantee it. I was shocked he wasn't fired last year, okay? But I get it. You got your young quarterback. You need some stability. But he also needs direction because this is going to be a crossroads, a huge crossroads. And I don't see Justin Fields starting past mid next year. If he doesn't, he shows flashes, but he's scared to throw in double coverage and he misses wide open people. There's times, and then he had that touchdown throw, right? Boom, 50-yard touchdown. It looks beautiful. That was like a Peyton Manning type throw. But again, he hesitates. And honestly, I think that was just more of a play that was out of luck, to be honest with you, because there's a few times he almost threw a few picks tonight as well, too. Now, Washington Commanders. You got 3 good running backs. You got Gibson. You got Robinson Jr. So happy he's back and doing well, by the way. Very, very happy about that. And then you have J.D. McKissic. I barely saw them run the ball the first half. The second half, this Commanders team they came alive. They came alive. They looked very confident in what they were doing. And they were pressing the left side of that defense until literally they're almost dang near in the red zone. And finally, the defense was like, oh, hold on. We need to switch things around, So they were able to make those adjustments. But Commanders' running game, I love it. Curtis Samuel, I'm going to talk about you, man. You had 2 dropped important. One of them was a touchdown. The other one would have been much closer to a first down, and that was within the final 60 seconds of the first half. Curtis Samuel, I don't see him being on the Commanders next year. He looked absolutely terrible. You heard about him in before the season started that he was just kind of having a hard time in camp and whatnot. And Curtis Samuel, I mean, this game, Commanders should have won by at least one more touchdown. That would have been that Curtis Samuel touchdown, Also, everybody who is just tuning in before I continue on with the episode, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow. And also comment, let me know your thoughts on the game. I want to chop it up with you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Crazy, crazy game tonight. I'm not going to lie. I almost put on something on Netflix or watch some animal documentary. It's kind of a boring game, but I enjoyed the defensive aspect of it. I mean, it was both sides were delivering. You know what I mean? Both sides were banging up the other's receivers. I mean, I enjoyed it. Somebody who played D-line in high school and then also tight end on the offensive side of the ball, I could see the defensive game plan for both teams, man, and it was really good. Let's talk Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz. While the O-line looked really good in the running game, I don't know, man. Carson Wentz, man, I don't think he should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I don't think Carson Wentz should be a starter. I think they should try Heineke, even though he's not the future. I know they're paying Carson Wentz just too much money for him to be riding the bench. And I think he'll probably get banged up sometime this year, and we'll probably see someone else in there. I'd like to see the rookie, the guy who they took in the 5th round from North Carolina. That's who I'd like to see. Even though he's young, definitely going to make mistakes like a rookie would and should make, right? But I'd rather see that than Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz is just – he's not him. He's not him, man. There was times where he almost threw 3 interceptions in the first half. Just terrible passes. His hand did get banged up, so that's to possibly blame for some of it. But even before his hand was banged up, man, he just was not making good throws. And it seems that if it wasn't for their running game tonight, they would not have won this game. Literally, even when they got Brian Robinson Jr. had the game-winning touchdown, right? Even when he had the game-winning touchdown. That was off a muff punt. from the Chicago Bears. That wasn't off of, the excellence of the Washington Commanders' very own quarterback, Carson Wentz. No. So Velus Jones, who actually, man, he has some really good catches for the Bears. But again, he's a young guy, man. He got that muff punt, man, was a game changer. If it wasn't for that, Commanders might not have won this game because, again, the linebackers are playing pretty good for the Chicago Bears, and they're playing really good on the D-line, and they were playing, except for more so the second half, but their secondary was playing really good. So, but Carson Wentz, man, I mean, again, guy has heart, man. He didn't turn the ball over. He played a lot better the second half, but that's a guy who I do not see him lasting. I don't see him lasting the rest of the season. Same thing with Justin Fields, man. I mean, he was out there taking some nasty hits, man, but these are two quarterbacks that I want to see on the bench ASAP. Not to mention, I don't see Ron Rivera, just like the head coach of the, Chicago Bears. I don't see Ron Rivera, lasting past this year. So there's going to be decisions to be made at the quarterback position, at the coaching position. These are two franchises that I expect to be in the top 7 in next year's 2023 draft. Okay. But anywho, those are my thoughts on the game. Go ahead and comment below. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Simeon Walton, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, man. Guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the game, man. Now, my closing remarks. Dude, that final 2 minutes when Justin Fields, and look, I'm done bashing Justin Fields for the evening and how he should have had multiple touchdowns and beat the brakes off a very beatable Commanders team. Like, you got to understand, other teams are going to watch this Bears tape and they're going to watch this Commanders tape and they're like, wow, we're going to make your year hard. I don't see the Bears winning more than 2 more games this year. I don't see the Commanders winning more than maybe 3 games this year. It's going to be a rough road. T Crazy says that run by Justin was nice. Bro, I agree, man. That run by Justin Fields, like, dude, where? Like, there were so many opportunities where, because other quarterbacks, you see Lamar Jackson, if he can't make a throw or he's not comfortable and he don't want to risk it, and he has the arm to do it, right? He'll run the ball. He'll get you 15 yards that you need. Justin Fields is not a good running quarterback. He's fast, but in that last run, if we can see more of that, he will buy himself more time in Chicago. For sure, man. For sure. But that run, I mean, I was like, oh. And it's crazy because I upload YouTube shorts on my channel for those who don't know. And I put like little highlights from the game. And then, of course, I do solo episodes just like this, right? And what's crazy is that I put Brian Robinson gets game-winning touchdown. I'm like, this game's going to be over. And then all of a sudden I see Justin Fields do that run. I'm like, I'm going to have to edit that video and take and retitle it because, boy, was I wrong. So, but that final, and then the 2 catches. Let's talk about the 2 catches. They had one catch that went to their receiver, and Justin Fields, I mean, he put him in the best position. Again, that last drive, if we saw Justin Fields like that in that last drive the whole game, we're talking Bears winning by at least 2 touchdowns. I'm talking Bears winning probably 23-24 to the Commanders 12, even if you take in the Curtis Samuel drop touchdown pass, right? So I don't know, man. What a crazy game tonight. I mean, what a stance by the Commanders at the end, right? The dude gets injured, drops the pass, gets injured. Now it's 4th down. Then was it Mooney, I think it was at the end? He catches it, but he's a yard short. Now, hold on. The game ain't over yet, right? It's not over. Commanders get the ball on the 1-yard line. He takes and says hike. He goes forward. And if he gets knocked back, it's a safety. And now it's going to be 10-12. So weird. I mean, absolutely weird a score, right? And then, and then Bears have another chance to get back in the game. So, anywho, that's my thought on this game. Look, the last 2 minutes of this game was freaking exciting. Last 2.5 minutes was really, really exciting of this game. Other than that, man, it was kind of a boring game tonight, but a great defensive matchup. Chicago Bears, closing thoughts on them, have a very young defense. That defense can be really, really good, and it's leading the way with Jaquan Brisker, who's super young. I think he's a rookie, I believe, and then also Roquan Smith. I like that linebacker core. They need a change of the coaching position, and there needs to be somebody there to compete with Justin Fields. Someone needs to compete with him. They need to have a game plan for him. Have another, star receiver in this upcoming year's draft. And I could see the Chicago Bears, I want to say be competitive, but really be possibly a mid-range team for next year and being on the up and up. But Justin Fields, I don't see it. I don't see it right now. But I saw it on that last drive. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want Justin Fields to succeed and do well. When it comes to the Washington Commanders, man, it's a lot of coaching issues. I feel like how they called the right plays in the beginning, how they ran the ball a lot more in the beginning, and on top of that, there seems to be kind of a lack of discipline as far as the play calling. The play calling was pretty weak for the Commanders in their first half. And then they opened up their playbook a little bit, but it didn't seem like they were trusting Carson Wentz to do what Carson Wentz needs to do. So what's the point of him being out there? Put the young kid in from North Carolina who they got in the draft in the 5th round last year, and let's see what he could do. That's my thoughts for the night. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, folks. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. If you agree, disagree, comment below. We're going to take and talk about it. Also, as well, if you want to donate, look, I'm going to be upgrading. We're getting neon lights here, hopefully by December, January. Got a brand new mic coming in. A lot of fun stuff. And then also mid-January through literally right up until the day before the draft, we do a whole bunch. This year, it's looking like God willing, anywhere between 20 and 30 NFL draft prospects on this show. So you want to go ahead and stay tuned. And then we cover some of your favorite NFL teams. We cover the whole NFL, 32 teams and all. Coming off a little bit of a break here, but, man, we're about to get into it, and it's going to be fun the rest of the season. Have a good night. God bless you. Always know that Jesus loves you. And I'll catch y'all next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Have a good night. Peace. It's my outro music.
Touchdown with Doug Smith, celebrate, that's a new move. Heisman, 2 views, catch him on YouTube. NFL coverage, interviews, who lose, who win, who lose. Comedy, you choose, it's not about moolah. The QB's like Tua, is missing in action. No L's on my shula. Play it like Marino, it's a gamble like casino. Hungry for it, but you know we still gon' try to feed the beef. Rivalries will lead the conference. Cowboys of the Eagles, will Belichick be a threat? Better check. Tomlin on deck, much respect to the vet. What to expect? Gotta tune in for the rest. Make sure to sub, like, check. At the best, bad boy, the sports podcast. For the threat across the north, east, south, in the west. Sitting back clueless, time to tune in. Now another sports center, it's a movement.